Hi, I'm Tim Clark, Director at Harrison Clark Chartered Surveyors. Today we're going to be talking about the Party Wall Act. Generally speaking, when building close to a neighbouring building or along the boundary line, the Party Wall Act should be a consideration in your scheme. You will need to serve notices on them if you are building along the boundary line, doing works to existing party walls, or excavating within 3 metres of their building, or in some instances within 6 metres. Party structures are also covered by the Party Wall Act, so if, for example, you're a developer seeking to add a couple of additional storeys to an existing building, you will also need to consider the Party Wall Act. The most common type of work we deal with is when alterations are being carried out which require steelwork to be supported by a party wall. Other similar types of work would include removal of chimneys, insertion of damp-proof courses or flashings, and potentially increasing the height of the party wall. You will also need to notify your neighbour if you intend to underpin the wall or to demolish and rebuild. You do not normally need to serve party wall notices if you are completing simple works such as erecting shelving or replacing the plasterwork to a structural wall. If you plan to excavate the ground within 3 metres of a neighbouring building to a depth deeper than the foundations of the neighbouring building, you will need to serve a notice. This includes digging for trial pits to ascertain the depth of the neighbouring foundations. You should note that if the next door neighbour's building is particularly old, the likelihood is that modern day foundations will need to be dug to a greater depth, and it's very likely that notices will need to be served. In the case of exceptionally deep foundations, such as piled foundations, you might also need to serve notices if these are being set within 3 and 6 metres of your neighbour's building. If you plan to build up to or astride the boundary line, you will need to serve a notice on your neighbour, but you should note that you will only be able to build astride the boundary with your neighbour's consent. This is the same whether you are building, say, a flank wall for an extension or a party fence wall. If you decide to build up to the boundary, you must be aware that if your eaves or gutter detail oversails adjoining land, this could lead to trespass issues which are addressed separately from the Act and therefore cannot be dealt with in a party wall award. The UK Government publishes a really useful explanatory booklet on the government's website, but alternatively, if you would like to seek advice direct from a surveyor, we have a team of party wall surveyors that would be pleased to discuss any party wall matters with you.